all that pregame chatter that usually happens. Not today. Not today. We're not doing that.
I was late.
We knew better.
Skipping that today.
Sorry. We did talk about breasts. That's a common theme. And it was all your guys' fault this time.
It was.
That's fair. It was.
Wasn't even me.
That's okay, though. Because we could just hop right into it. It's episode number 65.
Ooh.
This one's called Debridement.
Uh-oh.
So,
Red Sky God, what does it mean?
you'll find out, right? Or you won't. I don't know. Sometimes the titles don't really mean anything.
You give us trivia thing. No, I meant the word.
The word debridement, I would give away too much about what I'm hoping will happen that may not happen.
Aww.
Right. I'm going to bring up Google.
She's cheating. I got to do a quick recap. Try to pull everybody back in. Last time, I mean, principally what we were doing last time in the last session was a boss fight against a lizard moth skeletal monster called a Crypta, who was a spell-casting bug creature, which I think is the first one of those that we've encountered.
Yeah.
And thus given us reason to believe that that could happen again in the future. She was with a couple of guards at the apex of the nest. She used very powerful spells, including fireballs, lightning bolts, cone of cold, and greater invisibility, which are all things that I don't think any of the rest of you have used or seen before this point. With her dead, the rest of you are pretty injured. Robbie's healing spells and healing abilities have been very useful up to this point, but you're all pretty low on hit points right now. You've got her dead body, the dead bodies of the two other lizard monstrous guards, and one of those dead crustaceans suspended up on webs in between two branches. With her dead, we left the session, so we'll pick it up right there. Arvistan hit her with an arrow, and her corpse flopped over. He struck an invisible foe, and she became visible as soon as she died.
Can I check for anything valuable on her?
What would you consider valuable?
Her skull.
Weapons, charms, necklace, like rings or stuff like that she might have had on her.
You can make an investigation check. The one thing I'll tell you before you even have to roll, she does have a skull. So if that's something that you're interested in finding, it is available.
Is it a skull or an outside skull?
It's an outside skull.
17 on investigation.
All right. Whatever valuables that she may have had, like jewelry and that sorts of things, she has either torn off and discarded or have been shorn off of her as part of her transformation process. She doesn't find them valuable anymore.
What about her, like the weapon, the staff that she had?
Her staff is ornate. It looks interesting. I need an Arcana check for you to find out if it has any magical properties.
Can any of you guys check if her weapon has any magic or any magite on it?
You don't want to?
I'm not good with this stuff.
Make sure that it doesn't have maggots on it, first of all.
Yes.
I would say just grab it, and we'll figure it out later. I'm down to 1 spell, and in case we can fight anything else, I'm going to save it for healing.
Speaking of, I still have Aura Vitality on. My post-it I left myself is heal everyone while the spell is on. I'm just
Alrighty.
following everyone around.
Okay. Do I see any maggots on or anything on the staff? Her weapon?
You turn it over a couple times. Check inside. Maybe they burrow inside of the wood of the staff on the handle or something.
Yeah.
But there's nothing obvious that indicates that. There is a big corpse full of maggots hanging out in
Okay.
between those two branches. That large crustacean still has them inside of it.
I'll hang on to the weapon and hey, Criff, do you think you can burn all those maggots over there? They're piled up.
I would like to point out we are in a mildly enclosed structure right now. That will not catch fire probably, but we'll be moving through gross smoke. I don't think they have ventilation here. But let me see.
We're checking for a vent.
Well, I assume there's no like windows or anything. Like if we're in like a fully like enclosed building structure, I don't want to fill the room with smoke by burning a bunch of stuff.
I have a container of acid. I don't know if that is enough to do something.
I mean, we have reason to believe that if they just stay here long enough, they will die. I don't know how long it takes, and I'm not opposed to using the acid by any means, but we also need to check those pods downstairs and see if the destruction of her means that they're just slowly going to die, or if we need to drain them as well.
I think it's a bad idea to leave that kind of thing just sticking around.
I can throw fire at it, but I think we should know what we're doing shortly after.
The average walker by, I don't know, those maggots are crazy. I've seen them run after people.
Then we burn and or melt them.
Let me heal everyone first, real quick.
I think it has to be ore in that case. Can you burn and melt something?
I mean, depending on how big the circle of maggots is, maybe.
It's a question for a scientist and not for us.
Is there anywhere else in here you guys want to go? Did you want to investigate the other places?
I don't think we are in a pretty well state to take our sweet time in here. Yeah, I think if this thing was the boss of it all, which it looks like it, and we killed it, we can probably get out of here and come back another day if that's what we want to do.
Come back another day? I think we should try and destroy the whole thing. Mr. Come back another day.
We need to rest. We have nothing on us to be able to stay alive so far, or to be able to attack with.
You know what? You screamed at a god and got yourself killed, and you're complaining at us that we're like, oh, we might need to hang out around here a little bit longer.
I'm not complaining. I'm just giving my opinion.
While we're talking, because I still do have Freyr's greatsword up, I'm going to be whacking the maggots with a greatsword. Like stabbing down into it. Just a spectral floating greatsword, just stabbing repeatedly.
Sweet.
Yeah. They don't have lungs or like vocal cords or anything, so you can't hear them screaming. It's just kind of like a gentle squishing sound coming from up there.
Nice.
But then I'll have everybody make a perception check.
I'm picturing like a potato masher, like.
Picture if you wanted to mash potatoes and you didn't have a potato masher, you just had a big knife.
That 20. Sounds terrible. At least use a fork.
27.
13.
13.
Quick. 17.
All right. Kriv and Ravi, you'll start to hear some kind of commotion coming from below you. You can't exactly pinpoint what it is. But for Hajite and Arvistan, it becomes a lot more clear. It's screaming. It's people screaming.
Oh.
Just, you guys hear that? A lot of people screaming down there?
I think there's more people in here. We need to go down.
Now.
Oh, God. Here we
And
go.
we all run out the door like in Clue.
Do I need to do anything for walking around with the aura of vitality? I don't know.
You would be healing people every round.
I think that's for 10 rounds total. I should have 4 rounds left as well.
Yeah, so let's bank those for now until they become extremely relevant, just in case. They might not be a concern,
Okay.
so we'll see that. Do you want to try to rush back the way that you came in? Because there is another way out of this room that also goes further back down into the nest.
I'd want to go the other way. We didn't see anything on the way up.
I mean, we saw the pods,
Something
but
on the
we
way
don't know if
down.
they're already hatched or not.
You
But I
think
guess
that's what
that'll
that
be.
noise is?
I guess that'll be like two birds, one stone, right? We gotta inspect if something happened to them after killing the boss, and then go the same way, right?
Whichever way the screaming's coming from, guys, let's go that way.
I want to throw a firebolt at all the dead stuff in there as we run out.
Just tossing firebolts back as the rest of your companions head forward. Either way, it seems to be heading in the direction of the screaming.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it just seemed like it's down. Just down.
Okay. So we want to take the path that we have not gone down before.
That's what I vote, if we're voting fast.
Yeah, adventure.
Alright,
Okay.
let's go.
I'm going to check and see if the map is going to be necessary for this. I don't think so. That path leads you to a room that Ravi's seen before that he just kind of saw into. It's another room full of pods. These ones are slightly different. Before you saw those sort of like cross of spider monkey creatures inside of the pods, and this one is those sort of like big bear type spider creatures. When you get there, though, you could see sort of inside. There's like a semi-transparent wall that's encasing all these pods, and there's a kind of figure floating in liquid inside of there. They are twitching and writhing around inside of it now. Before they were just kind of inert. This is not where the screaming is coming from.
Oh. Okay, they're wiggling around, but we gotta go. This is not it.
I assume that it's still as hard as it used to be.
Yeah, the pods themselves, these ones are the same as the other ones. They're encased in this hard web wax layer. It can be broken open. It just takes time to get through all of it.
Not much we can do.
Does it seem like they are trying to open it?
Make an insight check.
Okay. 19.
It doesn't seem like they have much goal at all. Their movements are erratic.
It doesn't seem like they're trying to get out. I think we should keep moving quickly.
Keep moving.
Okay.
Let's go.
You'll run into another room. This one has dozens of pods in it. The other one's kind of had like maybe half a dozen in a room. This one has a lot of much smaller ones. Inside of every one of those pods is one of those more lizard-like looking kind of skeletal bug monsters. One of them has broken open, and there is a kind of part bug, part lizard person on the floor, covered in this like alcoholic, clear, like sticky, viscous liquid. Um, just clawing at itself and yelling, kind of like screaming in agony, uh, pulling at different parts of its body.
I'll shoot an arrow to its head.
Make an attack roll.
Yeah.
That'll be 12 plus 9. That'll be 21.
It's a hit. Would you like to roll your damage for me, please?
Does it seem like it's mid-transformation?
It looks similar to the ones that you fought already.
That'll be 5 damage.
Okay, you shoot it. You sort of sink into like skin around its scalp, and the arrow, makes a cut and then shreds off. It starts bleeding out of that wound. You can see it starts to grab its head, not just in the place where you hit it, but in various other places. It has more than 2 eyes, and it gouges out one of those extra eyes.
Guys, do you think it's not quite possessed? Do you think it's still like a lizard?
I think this is. We should just take it out of its misery right now. You can see clearly it's suffering and fighting against everything, and we don't know how long it's been on that pod, which it probably already transformed.
How many of these creatures around here are there?
Dozens.
Inside of pods or outside of pods?
Outside that are screaming.
In this room, just the one, but there's more screaming.
I hate to say it, but I think Arvistan's right. I don't know if there's anything we can do. Let me... Actually, I'm going to feel... Can I get close to it? Or is it, like, flailing around so viciously that I don't think I could actually, like, sit at it, so to speak?
As you approach it, it is using one hand to kind of claw at its side, where you can see like an extra limb is trying to sprout out of its abdomen, and it's grabbing at that limb and tugging on it. You can see that it's pulling and like snapping as it pulls.
I'm going to try to crush it with a mace.
You can make an attack roll. You'll have advantage. This thing is just laying on the floor.
21.
That will hit it, yes.
Six total damage, 3 radiant.
You can hurt it, but you'll have to do a lot more to kill it. It does not retaliate, though.
I'm going to see if I can find it. If I feel along its back, can I try to find the bug?
You could feel along there and find the wings sprouted.
Okay, so it's too... guys, it's going to take forever for us to kill all these. I think we just got to go.
Alright, let's go. Just keep it moving. See what we can find and save.
Okay. Everybody's okay with taking off?
Unless you want to try to drain these pods.
I can't think of a way to do that.
Not quickly.
I have a rapier. I don't think that would be helpful.
No, we almost need a pickaxe for these goddamn things.
I had a big sword, but I just gave it to the little guys that were helping us earlier.
I can try the acid.
No, I would save it.
It's the
Yeah.
best I got. I don't have anything else. Well, all right.
Yeah, the little lizard bug thing on the ground tears at its own skull and pulls with such ferocity that it breaks its own neck.
Well, see, I don't think they need help. They got it.
I think they do need help, but I don't think we can save them.
It's not saving. It's just mercy killing. How did the rest of them function if these are like falling apart?
What I'm thinking, and this is just a theory, that when we killed the queen, for lack of a better description, she was giving them orders and kept them lucid and focused. As soon as she was dead, they lost kind of the beacon in this area, and now they're just losing their minds.
Yep.
Caught somewhere between the transformation of the bugs and the chitterings and whoever they used to be.
Sounds like a miserable life.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't. Unless you want to try and gouge out the little maggot. I mean, at least it would maybe stop the agonizing transformation.
I think most of these are already too gone. It's already got the
It's-
wings, which means it's been sprouted.
Yeah, but I mean, it'd be easier to stab that thing open than try and murder it.
I'm okay with that. Next one will be fine if you want to try to stab it between the wings.
All right, I'm in. No one else is gonna do it. I got it.
I will hold up my big circular weapon that is that is not a sword.
I have a dagger. That does the thing. I have a rapier. I'm assuming it's not very pointy though. I don't think that would go right through his skin. Does it go? Does it like poke?
Rapier is a pokey. It's yeah.
I assume it all like.
That's if they're wearing armor, but the whole point of the rapier is to pierce right through someone's
Stabby.
skin. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's use the rapier then. I
All
want
right.
to try and poke where I assume the maggot is.
On this one, this one is dead now. It stopped screaming after it tore its head off.
Well, the next time we see one, I got it.
All right. Are we going to keep moving forward? Downward, I guess.
Correct.
Let's go.
We will continue to head in that direction. We'll get to some familiar territory where you fought one of those spider monkeys and a couple of the little fly monkeys. From there, you can keep going further down. There's one little side chamber that you did not go into. Are we like trying to explore, or are we trying to get out?
I want to look in. Let's pop in really quick. Speedy.
It's a hospital, how's it say? Or like a hospital room, an operating theater. There is a sort of bug monster there that is partially disassembled. You can see that there are piles where different parts of some of these monsters have been categorized. Like old arms lumped up in one side and webbed up against the wall. Eyes have been taken out and piled up in a corner. Some of them have been arranged according to size. Some of them are like color coded. There isn't any writing or any sort of obvious external system for how these are set out, but they're trying to learn something from them.
The rest of you need to come in here, like, right now.
Oh.
I'm concerned.
It's worse.
Does that mean they don't know what they're doing?
It's what it feels like.
Or
It's
does
what it
that
looks
mean
like.
they're, like, replacing body parts that are bad?
I don't know. You didn't find any writing or anything, did you?
No. I don't like this.
I never did from the beginning.
Do these creatures not know what exactly the maggots do? And if that's the case, what were the ones out in the desert? I was under the assumption that they were people, but maybe not if they don't know how things are transforming exactly. Also, what the fuck are those pods? Are they just shoving things into them like, oh, it'll sort itself out?
I guess. I mean,
They're clearly not hatching animals.
your guesses are good as mine. Or as any of ours over here, honestly. This is all just so creepy.
I mean, it only makes sense that whatever they're doing, even they're not fully aware of the consequences, and maybe they're trying to discover more. I don't know. I mean, we got to remember what the queen, for lack of a better description, was saying, that they come from somewhere else. And if they are us of a singular mind, they could be dissecting essentially their own species to figure out what happens on this plane or planet or wherever they originate from to figure out what's going on.
Well, it's not like experimenting was, frankly, a surprise to us. That's what the ocean looked like.
So there's, I mean, things like this is really scary. It makes me think that if they're trying to understand that there's more intelligent forms of these type of creatures out there, and it's gonna be harder to deal with them.
I mean, we just dealt with one that could literally cast magic, which you got to have
Exactly.
some level of intelligence to do, I would assume. So
That has to be because they possessed someone with that ability. Crib could do that.
Or, as we've been seeing over here, she was, or he was, or whatever it was transformed into that form from what we are looking at right now, you know?
I mean, Hazote's point makes a lot of sense. If the bug's got a hold of, say, the village shaman, or a cleric, or a druid, or a bard, anyone with magic capabilities, that uh, they could theoretically maybe use magic powers or something.
Yeah.
Can I try looking around while we're all talking, looking for I guess, patterns or something other than body parts that might be sitting around? I don't know.
You can make an investigation check. Just check around the room. We're looking for anything other than just parts separated into different groups, right?
Can I help aid?
Anything that makes you kind of
Yeah, Hajite is going to help. I'll have you roll that investigation check with advantage.
okay. Oh, investigation. Okay. 16.
Okay, so we're looking for anything that might indicate something other than just sorting, right?
Mhm.
Um, something maybe that would not be considered writing by your standards, but some kind of record or some kind of indication of what the idea was here.
Yeah, or other supplies, essentially, or something.
Um, there isn't. You search up and down. You move parts out of the way. You go to every obvious place where someone might be keeping a record or making a note of what it is that they're doing. And then once you don't find anything there, you go to not obvious places where they might be doing that sort of thing. But there's just nothing there.
Um. So what should we do now then?
Right.
Like it's gonna take forever to break every single pot. We don't even know how much it's gonna take us to destroy one. We already tried and they're tough as hell. What what can we do?
I think we just leave. I think we tell the people what happened and we go from there.
I mean, there's nothing else we can do. There's not a proper, obvious direction, I guess. But
And
with
the
a dead person, I guess, gone, perhaps you guys are right and everything will just die here.
the other question as well is this what we were looking for, or is this just something we found on the way? Because we were trying to get their main base if it was possible. But do we actually know that this was the main base? It looks like it, but how sure of it are we?
I mean, it's freaking huge. But
Do you just mean, like, is this the top tier structure, or is this, like, a franchise? Is that what you're getting at?
Yes,
I don't word it better.
is
Like,
this a franchise of the original place?
are we just visiting one restaurant or?
Or are we going to the headquarters?
Well, I think we get out of here and we tell people what's happened and maybe rest first and then go from there.
I shit can't go through one of these things again right now.
Okay.
we caught this earlier than it seemed to get caught on the other continent, so that's good still. Cut this off here.
Yeah, I mean,
That's already one up.
all right, let's get out then.
Okay, you can leave that sort of grisly room. Keep heading down. You go once more past the room that had the one bear spider feeding on a pile of dead bodies. Uh, that'll lead you back to the entrance chamber that had the hole in the floor of it that leads back out into the jungle itself. If you remember off of this, there was one small chamber that had some Omni people glued to the walls. You rescued two of them, but the other ones were already deceased. Their bodies are still there. There was one other way out of this chamber that you never went down. But we have the exit right here if you'd like to leave.
So this is it. Going home, or back to the village.
I think just out of here for the moment.
I think we should check on our friend.
Okay. We drop down.
It's a 20-foot drop. I mean, do you want to do
Rolled
anything?
I was gonna unroll my uh
Infinite rope stash.
yeah, I have a rope that I can just like hold on to. Arvson, you can give me a hand and we'll lower Kriv and Hazote down first and
I
go
can
from
go
there.
down. I can go
Yeah.
down last because I can jump. It's
Oh,
fine. I can just
okay.
fall.
Oh yeah, you got a slow fall ring. That's
I'm
true.
cool.
Yeah, I'll help you out.
If you were slow falling and I clung to you on the way down, would we both slow fall?
You would both fast fall.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
That's fair.
That's like if you held a balloon and jumped off a roof.
Nice.
Okay. So is that Ravi and Arvistan are going to hold the rope while everyone descends?
Yeah.
Who's going to
No
get
more.
them out?
But I said I could go down last because I can fall down. I don't need a rope.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So one of you is going to be making a strength check. The other one is aiding. So whoever is rolling with advantage. So between Arvistan and Ravi, which one are you
How
rolling?
about here's a mysterious question.
Yeah.
We lower me last because I'm the lightest, and Kriv will be by themselves.
That part makes sense. If they can just fall down, they should probably go down last.
I'm really good at falling.
If you guys want, I'm probably the heaviest with all the armor. I can go down first.
We can all assist you getting
Yeah,
down.
we can do that.
Yeah, that's probably the heaviest.
Oh, but who's the strongest of the three of us?
Not me.
Yeah, probably not me.
Now I'll do a strength check. You said.
What's your strength, Arvistan?
It's 14 plus 2.
Okay, Shell has a +4 strength modifier.
All right. Now the shell one too.
Do you
My
want
baby.
Do you want Shell to, I guess is the question.
Okay, hold on. I have a question.
Yeah.
Shell, being the beautiful large bird she is capable of just like hopping down?
You don't know. I mean, her wing to body ratio is less than that of a chicken.
That's good.
We do also have a wolf to get down, I believe.
That's true. I can't lift Shell down. I can tell you guys that right now.
Didn't she just launch off of that mesa that one time? Wasn't she fine? Didn't she do that?
I thought she found a fun way down that involved parkour.
Yeah, that's what she did.
Maybe she was just fast.
She was fast. And she was like flipping you off too while she was doing it. I remember.
If you want Shell to do the lowering, someone's going to have to fix the rope to her in some way. If not, I need somebody else to roll strength to start lowering Ravi down.
I think we need to get Shell down.
I'll
Heavier than Ravi.
roll strength.
It's a close one,
Yeah.
but I think Ravi does
Plus
take the
2.
cake on the heaviness.
I got
Alright.
a dirty 20 on strength check.
Okay. That's Arvistan lowering Ravi. Probably with somebody's help. I'm assuming both Kriv and Hajate would be picking up some rope to aid him.
In some way.
You can get Ravi down to the ground floor. Who do you want to send down next?
I'm guessing between Luna and
Animals.
yeah, the animals should be next.
Okay.
Hey, Robbie, can you catch them?
Luna, maybe. Shell, definitely not.
Do I have to make another strength check?
Give it another one. You still got help, so you could still roll with advantage.
Shell, we're just gonna
Ooh.
you up.
Okay, that's better. 16 plus 2, that'll be 18.
Okay, Luna makes it down without any problem.
I should say you put the rope on Shell. I don't want her kicking me from
Sure.
here like she did the last time.
You don't want to get doggy kicked out the hole?
Nah, I'm already hurt.
All right, it's a quick animal handling check.
Oh no. I'm bad at animal handling. I have the animal. What if I'm also holding food, will it help my animal check?
I mean, let's roll and see.
Sick. Okay, well, that's a 7.
Okay. Shell is not interested in being tied up and lowered down this way.
Guys, we need a new plan. Put the feather fall on the bird.
No, she'll eat it. She
That's
doesn't.
a ring. You can't put a ring and she gotta be attuned to it.
But if
You
we
could-
trick her, you distract her and someone ties a rope.
What if... Okay. All right, Shell, hear me out. I know you don't understand me. What if we tie the rope to your armor? What about that?
She's preening a little. She's pretty badly injured. She's been messed up. She got messed up a lot in that fight.
All right. I am going to very pushily tie her armor up. And just expect her to just... You're going to have to suck it up because we got to get out of here.
Very pushy. You're very confident.
Straightforward. This is happening. We need to get...
Aggressive.
You're wounded. Suck it up. I know what's best for you.
Okay.
Time for that mom voice.
You will succeed in tying her to the armor. She is going to bite you in the process. That's for 9 points. Slashing damage. But you do get her roped up at least.
Okay. Let's lower her. Ow.
Alright. I need to do another strength.
Yeah. Go with advantage.
Alright, that's 17.
Robbie, catch her.
And that's a 4, so I'll take the 17 plus 2.
Okay. She goes quick. You slide a little bit as you're lowering her down. But you can get her down there. She runs when she gets to the bottom. The rope is, in the coil on the ground is rushing through the hole.
Grab it, quick. I got it.
Yeah, make a dexterity check to grab the rope.
Someone better grab me, because
I would also try to grab the rope.
Both
If
of you can.
Someone grab me so I don't fly out the hole, please. 17.
Well, yeah, if that's what you wanted, you can get hold of the rope. Now,
I will not succeed. 4.
I will grab Hashite by her leg, if it's possible.
God. I'm gonna faint in the process of getting me.
I'm gonna go right behind you. I'm right behind you. Don't worry. This is how we die.
I have more rope. Don't die for this rope.
This information has come too late. Arvistan, you'll have to make a dexterity check to grab Hajate before she gets yanked out. Unless Hajate can succeed against Shell's athletics check.
Oh my god!
13?
There's no way in hell.
13?
I can try.
Let's see. It's athletics to beat her.
Uh-oh.
11.
Okay, she rolled a 3,
Yay!
which with her +7 only brings her to 10.
Oh. Oh.
So you grab the rope, you get right up to the edge of the hole sliding, and you're able to wrangle her a little bit. She's not interested in fighting too much because she's still too hurt.
I will quickly try to untie her.
Ravi, make an animal handling check.
Oh no! Don't get bit. I was bit.
He's fine. He's still got a lot of hit points.
Not too bad, 15.
All right. You could get that off of her. She's going to leave.
Okay. All right, Arvistan, you're next.
Alrighty.
Can't you talk to your bird in your brain?
Do we still have that?
Not right now. She's
Okay.
She needs to sort some things out, I think.
Okay, who's lowering Arvistan?
Hey, Kriv.
How strong are you?
Are you like -1 strong?
I'm perfectly 0 strong.
I'm like -1 strong. I rolled a 12 when fighting against her. So, Kriv, you should do it.
Hey.
Hajate can help you so you can roll with advantage.
Woo!
I love a good try to get everybody down. Skill check train. It's always a good time.
Oh, that's much better. 17.
Okay, no problem. We can lower Arvistan easily. It's only 20 feet, so you don't even have to go all the way to the ground before you let go and just drop the rest of the way.
Oh, yeah. Real trying to look cool down there, huh? Gotta land like a superhero.
That leaves 2 of you up there.
All right, I'm going.
Yeah. I miss that.
Peace out. Bye.
Griff, you got to lower Hajate with a strength check. No advantage. There's no one helping you up there.
You guys better catch me. I'm gonna die.
I'll do my best.
6.
We'll try.
You guys better catch me. I'm gonna die.
Here you go.
Yep, and Kriv drops the rope. Hajate comes falling down. I need a dexterity saving throw from someone to catch her, if that's what your plan is.
Shell comes out of nowhere.
Shell. So we can both die together.
She doesn't catch you, she just runs straight into you, making it worse.
Ram your
I would say I will try to assist Arvistan, but Arvistan will be the one to make the check.
Yes.
Wow, way to sign him up.
Got him.
Okay.
Robbie stands behind Arvistan and pushes him forward.
Dirty 20, so you're lucky. Dirty 20, you're lucky.
Okay.
Well, at least I hope that's enough.
I haven't caught a lot of people falling 20 feet. This might be more of a breaking her fall scenario.
I was going to say, catching well doesn't mean anything.
So I'm going to cut the damage in half and split it between the 2 of you.
Oh, thanks.
So it's 2. It's not bad.
Oh, good.
2 for Arvestan, 2 for Hashite.
Okay.
I'm really playing on the edge here.
And then Kriv can just Mary Poppins down the
I
rest
should
of
have
the
bought that umbrella from Ordo.
You should have.
Yeah, you should have.
So if we've generically been healing around us,
Yeah, have we been healing ourselves
Or
with the aura or
was I
something
at
like that?
22 and I just dropped like 11?
The aura goes for up to a minute. That's why I was throwing it out there because I think I only had it up for like 1 round, I think, and then
We got like 9 rounds out of Kriv, 4 rounds out of Ravi. So and I'm not gonna make you guys make 13 different rolls to get all those numbers.
Yeah.
You guys are okay. You're probably, if you're not maxed out, I think you can only target 1 person with each of those, right?
Correct. But I heal every time I heal somebody else too.
Right. So you won't hit max health, but you'll be all right. And we're not actively fighting something right now. If you take enough damage to get knocked out, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Once everybody is down, I'm gonna start looking around for our friends.
Yeah.
There was your older friend, Tanid, in the wheelchair that you left some distance away to wait for you guys while you were inside of this nest. And then you sent the other 2, Weir and Troy, out to go meet with him and then to go get help.
Correct.
So you could go to where Tanid was and find that he is no longer there, and derive from that whatever you'd like.
Can I make a survival check to see if I find any footprints?
Sure.
I would like to assist.
23.
Okay. A lot of web and stuff all over the ground, so there aren't going to be super clear footprints anywhere. Luckily, this guy's got a big, heavy cart that makes these long troughs as he's walking around. So you could see the ones from when he was approaching with the rest of you. So that's pretty obvious. There seems to be another set of him heading back. He kind of runs in the same row that he was doing before in a lot of ways, but he doesn't trace it exactly. It looks like they took off.
Well, I found the tracks, but my guess is after our friends came back down, they just... Oh, well, I mean, we did tell them to go to the village in case we didn't make it. So that's probably what they did. You want to just try to follow the tracks back, guys?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
Shell. Hello?
You'll find big bird tracks in the path also.
Great. She followed them. She's like, I hate this place. I'm leaving.
For once, I don't blame her.
Yeah, I hate this place too.
Yeah, so you'll start making the trek back. It's 5 of you now. You have a particular marching order you'd like to use?
I want to be up front.
I mean, I probably would be too, because I got the light that shines the best light.
All right. We have relative confidence we're going back in the direction that we came from, and we're going through areas that we've been before. So you're not expecting danger to appear in front of you. Well, I'll just say to Hajite and Ravi, I'll have you make a perception check as you guys are making your way back.
Nat 20.
Whoa!
9.
Okay.
I took my eyes out today.
Hajite, remember when we were on the way on this track, heading towards this nest? We saw a couple of dead bodies, either on the track or very nearby it.
Uh-huh.
we saw there was something going on with some of those dead bodies.
Right.
Okay, those mushrooms are back.
Well, I'm assuming the mushrooms that wanted to be best friends with Arviston. Is that what we're talking about?
You'll see them growing on those corpses, and their little holes expanding on them, and they kind of like descend and start shuffling towards Arvistan again.
Oh my god.
Oh hell no! I start
Guys,
running.
the
I'm getting
mushrooms.
the fuck out of there. Hell no. Nope. Not happening. Nope.
Why do they like him so much?
No, I'm out. I'm out. Nope.
Arvistan runs away.
Oh.
Where do you run? Do you just keep trying to run forward?
Like I run from and like keeping the same distance from the mushrooms, like not getting close to like near to them, because they're not running at my same speed. I just keep away from them.
They are considerably slower than you. They caught up to you before because you had someone with a wheelchair who was slowly making their way through the jungle.
Yeah, I just keep it like a jogging pace. Just not staying away from the group, but staying away from these mushrooms. Like hell no, not happening again.
I should take out a crit on the perception so you can see that it's not just one grouping of them. There are a lot of these mushrooms just kind of dispersed around this part of the jungle.
Be careful, Arviston. They talk to each other.
Yeah, and to Luna, if you see any of no, you stay away from everybody. Just stay away from these mushrooms. Hell no.
I'm going to reach out in my mind to see if I can talk to them.
You think think words to the mushrooms, but there's nothing. And you realize too at that time you try to think and reach out to Kriv and Hajite, and you can't pick up on their thoughts anymore either.
Well, it looks
Keep
like
the mushroom again.
it looks like our telepathy's gone.
We can always have them attack Arviston again.
Hell no.
He's gone. He's running. Unless you guys are running with him, he's going to get out pretty far ahead.
Oh no, I am not.
Arvistan, how long do you run for?
No, like I keep a jog, like staying in
I'm
range
gonna count
that I can at least
jogging
see.
as running. That's going to be
Okay.
that.
Yeah, just enough, not as far so they can't see me.
How will you know?
I'd be because I am paranoid and looking all over the place, and I can see them.
Turning
They're gonna
around
be
like-
in
Turning
front of
around
you.
360, like, no mushrooms, no.
The harsh violin music starts playing, and Arvistan sweats running through the jungle. Looking back over his shoulder, he trips on a root and stumbles on the ground. And he gets back up.
Does he
And
hitchhiker?
there's no hitchhike. He doesn't have to worry. You won't know what's going on with Arvistan because he does move faster than the rest of you and
Yeah.
goes far enough ahead to leave you. Luna will run excitedly alongside Arvistan.
Well, do the mushrooms look in any way like they would follow us, or it's just like him all the way? They're all heading that way.
They start moving once he's like gotten quite a bit ahead of you. They're all still moving in the direction that he's going, and then the ones that are in the back just kind of like slow down and stop eventually, or they go back to the bodies they were on before.
He's got a cute little mushroom herd.
He does.
All right, and the rest of you just kind of continue walking as normal.
If they're not in any way indicating that they would turn on us, yeah.
Pretty much.
They seem unconcerned with the rest of you.
Do you guys think it's because he's a corpse walking around?
I
he-
actually,
I think it's
I
probably the tree part.
Yeah, right? Is it the tree or the dead? He's technically not undead. He's technically alive.
Maybe it's both.
But he was dead.
Yeah, but I mean, like, maybe it's both because he's part tree and also was dead.
That's true. They seem to like dead things.
You could keep going. You spent the better part of what would be a day getting to that nest, moving around inside of it and fighting foes there, and then once again returning. Your return trip is a lot faster than it was going out. When you eventually get back to Cellia, Arvistan is already there. He ran out ahead of everyone. The battle seems to have been fierce. There's damage to some of the homes and structures. There are a lot more bodies and wounded people, but there are people still alive. You'll see Arvistan talking to Gideon, and then he will turn and look over at the rest of you, and he will bound over and do kitty hugs on everybody.
duh. This is the best reward.
Arvistan told me what you found, but sometimes I don't understand what he's saying. Can anyone corroborate? Were you successful?
We think so. We definitely found. Yeah, we found the leader of the nest, and she's dead. That I can confirm. Whether that's the heart of the whole area, it's hard to say. I mean, fortunately, with our inability to see past 60 feet in front of my face, I can't say if there was another nest, 4 or 5 miles deeper, but I think so.
Jarecki will walk up very quietly. He's drenched in blood. You can see he's got a huge slash wound on his forelimb. Sort of like cut open. You could see that like the muscles hanging off a little bit in a certain spot. And he says, "Where was it?"
Right on the trail you spoke of.
How many?
I'm not sure how to answer that. There were a bunch of them in little odd like things. A leader one that indicated to us that it knew of the one that we know about, which leads me to believe that there might not be any other nests here because she didn't indicate that there were any more. Other than that, there were a ton of those little maggot creatures and a lot of guys that we had to fight on the way up to the, I guess, queen. I don't. But there weren't any there physically where we had to deal with them.
He'll say, "You've done well. Rest now." And he'll look over his shoulder and he'll like do an up nod gesture at a couple of other villagers, and he'll start walking in the direction that you just came from.
Should we stop him?
I don't think so. My guess is that he's just gonna go explore what we just found, and considering the fact that we seem to make pretty good pace, my guess is he's probably faster than we are. I think he'll be all right.
As far as we know, it's a pretty safe area at the moment, but this place looks like a wreck.
We also look like wrecks. I think we should take his offer and rest.
I agree with that.
Is that your first and foremost plan? We do have a village, not totally in ruins, but there are problems here already. Um, People who are hurt, people who are dead. A lot of these twisted monsters are lying in little corpse graves all over the place.
See, you make it hard when
Ooh,
you put it
cure
that
wounds.
way.
Medicine check, all of them.
It's up to you. I mean, you could just lay down and not do anything. You did do a lot already.
No, I think it would be important to me.
Yeah, I'd also start doing medicine checks, see if they're all okay.
Okay, Armstand, Kriv.
I'm just standing there. I mean, there's no and like, I guess I'll do medicine check. I mean, that's something that I'm able to do, right?
You can, if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that on whoever it's needed.
Kriv, make a perception check.
Nope. That one.
No, didn't notice. Okay.
Tired.
Tired.
Do you
Sweat.
do medicine checks with everyone else, or do you go to sleep?
Well, now I feel like I shouldn't, but I mean, I don't know that I could just go sit. I could do medicine checks if that looks like a helpful area. I don't know.
Okay. There is a little bit of a commotion near the edge of the village by where they must have been doing some of the fiercest fighting. If you want to go in that direction, you can, or you could ignore that for now.
I'll go check it out.
Okay.
If you guys are checking it out, I would like to make an effort to check people for insects.
Sure.
That's what I would be doing.
Ajde and Ravi will be doing triage on people, trying to help those that are the worst off first, moving up towards those that are the least injured, all the while making sure that they do not have any maggots on them, checking their backs or their gullets, just anywhere that a maggot could have entered them, making sure that they don't have one. Kriv, what's Arbstan doing?
I'm going with them, just doing the same thing.
Okay.
Just making sure there's no entry wound for maggots or anything like that, or maggots on them.
Oh, Crib's going alone.
Yeah. Okay.
Last time I made a friend, so. I do have locate creature, which would probably be way more helpful on your guys' team, but I'm leaving now, so. Goodbye.
Okay, bye.
Kriv, you will find Dreki's wife, Firasa, in the middle of a tug of war with Shell.
Oh, Shell.
That's why he said that was unfortunate.
They are not tugging on a rope. They are tugging on a dead person.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go push Shell. I'm gonna
Push Shell?
Yeah, I'm gonna antagonize her.
Okay. Let's make a strength athletics check.
Oh.
She is going to counter with her own strength athletics check. It's beatable.
Oh, my dice is on the ground. I gotta do another one. Oh no! Isn't that one?
All right.
I should have looked for the other one.
You move towards Shell. Both hands shove, and you stumble backwards. Shell doesn't move. She drops the corpse and stands. She turns to look at you, stands up at her like full height, which is taller than you, Griff.
Yeah.
Virasso will say, "Get that beast out of here!"
I'll try. You keep going. I'll figure it out. Maybe grab Hajite if you happen to see her.
Griff, how many hit points you got? You got a fair number, right? Because you got the heals, the aura of vitality were going on you, so you're going to have more than Shell at this point. She's squaring up. She's ready to fight. Is that what you want to do?
Not particularly. My goal was to get her like immediately on something else to give up on the tug of war. I didn't think
You have succeeded.
Did you say I like? Am I standing or am I on the ground?
You probably fell down on your tuchus.
We're gonna try a new strategy here. I'm gonna make it not fun. I'm gonna just lay there.
Okay.
Like, not reacting to bullies kind of a thing. I'm just gonna lay there and see what happens.
She's going to scream at you.
Yeah.
Then she's going to kick you. Do you lay like flat out? Do you go fetal position? What's your lay there strat?
Initially, it was just like just lying there.
I'd protect your face and vital organs at this point.
Yeah.
Because she's like clawing at you with her feet.
I was gonna say trying to like sit up or something, but I probably can't really do that.
I suppose the rest of you, it would be very hard to ignore Shell screaming in the distance. So you'd be aware of that at least.
All right, I'll go take responsibility.
Yeah, I was gonna turn to hospital and say, "Can you check that out?"
Yeah, what's your bird fighting squawking at now?
I don't know what's trying to piss her off these days.
She needs to just vent for a minute.
Whoa, Shell, buddy, what's going on?
She'd lower her head and ruffle her feathers and squawk at you too, Hashite. She's in a very aggressive stance.
Hajite, you're a bad influence on your bird. She was trying to steal a person.
Whoa, I didn't teach her that. Babe,
How many heads
did
do
you try feeding her?
No.
Well, don't feed her yourself, because that's what this looks like.
Hey, everything else I've tried to get Shell to like me did not work. I'm trying something new.
I am going to produce food items, but I'm gonna set them down because I don't want to get in that. Not yet.
How quick are you?
Not very. Physically, I don't think I'm all there.
Make a dexterity check.
Wow. 21.
All right. As soon as Shell smells it when the pack comes open that the food is in, she descends on you. She leaps at you immediately. So you kind of have to like toss it real quick before you lose a hand. And she takes that food in, devours it. It's instantly gone. And then she is trying to get more. How much do you have?
I have, what is it, 7 rations? Man, I write like 4 pages of autopsy.
That's important.
Yes, I have 7 ration.
All right, she's gonna try to push you to the ground and steal them.
I'm gonna willingly give them up.
She's gonna push you down anyway.
Rude.
Will you willingly be pushed down?
I guess.
She knocks you over. She steals the pack with the rations, tears it open, and eats all of them.
You need water too? You need wine with your meal? You know, the rest of us are injured too, you know. This is from you. This, you.
She's sort of sniffing. She's looking for more food on you.
I don't have any more. Were you starved? What happened to you? I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on her. Yeah,
All right, go ahead.
that's what I'm gonna do. One of those, huh?
She doesn't like have anything on her or anything, does she?
She has like some light leather armor, and she's got a saddle.
Nothing abnormal though, like a ton of mushrooms.
You do not see a ton of mushrooms on the bird, no.
Okay.
14.
All right. That does not seem to placate her.
Can I? Rip, do you have any food on you?
In theory, I have 10 rations. 10 days of rations.
Can I have them, please?
Sure? I don't know what's up with her right now.
I don't know, but I need her distracted. I need to look her over.
Well,
She got real close to the maggoty guy. Like, real close.
How many rations do you give Hajite to bribe Shell with?
are you probing her or are you checking her?
I mean, you could check her, whatever. If you feel like you're afraid she's gonna bite, then I can bribe her.
Well, is locate creature... Is that the one we said did work for worms, or is that the one I thought worked for worms?
No,
works.
it does. It does
Okay.
work for worms. Yeah.
I had picked another one at some point that was just half a step further away. I can do that.
Okay, yeah. I'll bribe her. What do you want to give?
I'll give you all 10. I don't know. We'll figure it
I was
out.
gonna say half of you can produce food, so.
Half of you whiz, because it ain't me, but whatever.
Half of you. Half of the vague group.
I will hand her the rations and then cast locate creature.
You are specifically trying to locate the maggot.
Yes.
I'm gonna put the rations in my skull cooking pot and kind of like step off to the side.
All right, she's going to start eating them voraciously. Griv, there are no maggots on Shell. There are a few on the battlefield embedded in bodies. Of course, there are some of those bug monsters here that are dead, and they have some on them. Some of the fallen warriors also got contaminated with a couple. You'll see one attached to one of the warriors that Ravi is treating, and that he'll find it before you even inform him about it and get rid of it.
Woo!
But there aren't many. They're not moving quickly enough on any of the survivors to be of much concern. Ravi and Arvistan, and if either one of you goes to help, we'll probably find them before they do any real damage. And what we've realized from before, from that autopsy, is that they're unlikely to leave the host once they've embedded themselves. Once they get into the spinal cord, they don't have a means to extricate themselves. But none on the bird.
It's not a maggot, and I think everyone else is pretty alright right now too. I don't know what this is. This is weird, right? This is not.
No, it's not normal. Like wounds? Or is there anything weird? Are there a bunch of feathers missing?
We should try alternating poking at her. One of us try to check her when she gets angry and distracted, the other one tries to check.
Hey, Ravi, you think those two are okay over there trying to handle Shell?
And I'll like look up from a very injured Omni person who I'm trying to help. I think they'll be fine. If you want to go check, you can.
Are you good yourself here?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Okay, I'm gonna see what's happening over there.
Oh, great.
She's not usually this hostile.
Shell's 3 favorite people in the whole world.
Maybe.
You know, we've dealt with a lot of corpses, and I've never seen her pick up a corpse.
Now, I got there. Can I make a perception check on? No. First of all, what's happening here?
I don't know. Do you have food on you?
Not at the moment. Give it
Can
all
you
to.
get some?
Oh, why? What's happening?
Can you get like a chicken, like some?
Why you need that? What's happening here?
I
What's
don't
wrong?
know. She's really hungry, and I'm not entirely sure what's going on. I think we need
Why
her
was
checked
she
for
squawking at?
diseases.
She's upset, Arvistan. She's upset
Look,
and hungry. That's
you
all we
can't
got.
see she's throwing a tantrum.
Can I make a perception check and see what? But I can't because I don't know that. Damn it.
I've checked her for maggots. She doesn't have any, but she's acting crazy.
Oh, why crazy? Besides being hungry, what else did
I
she
don't
do?
know. She tried to eat a corpse of a person, and I've never seen her do that.
What corpse? Which one?
Big dead body on the ground, sir.
Okay, can I make a perception check and see if that body is important or is somebody that we know?
You won't even need a perception check to be able to tell that. It, important is subjective. It is a
Somebody that we
person.
know? Yeah, somebody that we
You
know.
don't know their name. It's a villager from Cellia. It's one of the warriors that you were in Mochipa trying to recruit to help you back in Karenia that is not going to be able to go now.
Can I make an investigation check on him and see what he had on him that could have upset Shell?
Give it a try.
You know, she wasn't acting like this when she left. I mean, she did bite me, but that's not exactly weird.
I mean, there has to be something with this guy that is probably making her upset to actually get its body.
Can I try to heal her?
That'll be a 14.
Well, Arvistan, you don't find anything that would necessarily indicate to you that it should upset Shell specifically. It's just a person. They're dressed for battle.
You're absolutely more than welcome to, Kriv, but I did try Cure Wounds. At like 14 hit points.
Huh.
Maybe we need her checked for disease. I can't do that. But if she's going to rampage out here, people are going to knock her off or something.
What's her intelligence?
She's not bright.
Can I animal friendship her?
She's got an intelligence score of 2.
Sweet. I'm gonna cast animal friendship on her.
All right, let me give that a look. See.
Kriv, would you possibly be able to speak with her?
It's a wisdom saving throw.
We're a lot wiser, at least. Oh. Okay, got a 17, which is a save against your spell save DC.
Damn it. Okay.
Can
I turn around and say, like, does anybody have any food or anything like that left around to be able to feed the bird so it can calm down? Do I get any answer?
Who are you asking?
Everybody that's around us.
Oh, they don't care about this. They don't
Okay.
like that she's taking corpses. They have no vested interest in helping the big bird that was trying to steal someone's body.
Alright, I'm gonna make a perception check and see if I find any type of food around. That'll be a 14 plus 7, 21.
Mostly fungus.
I'm staying away from that, so no.
Because we haven't rested, we can't use a new spell slot, correct?
Unless you had any left over.
All I have are level 1s, and I really only have one more.
Same. Can't stop this or understand it. We need to contain her. There's enough going on. Everyone's been through enough today.
Can we just do something to knock her out and then investigate her better?
I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to knock her out.
Alright, you're the boss, you're the owner.
Do it.
You're the boss, you're the owner.
Not doing it.
It's either knock her down or a rampaging bird that all the people in this place might turn around and kill her because she's stealing corpses.
You knock her out. I'm not doing it.
It's your bird.
I'm not going to do it. She's going to take it out on me later. I don't need that on me. I'd rather her hate you.
You'd rather her hate anybody except you.
She already hates you. It's not a big deal.
Well, I guess we'll find out and see, because I'm not getting close to any of those fungus. I have no rations on me. And
you guys have been arguing for a little while.
Yeah.
We're saying knock her out. Gideon will do it.
Okay.
Gideon.
He tries to be as kind as possible. But is a little rougher than you might want, Hajite. Because knock her out to him means knock her unconscious.
Yes.
He'll give orders to other villagers from Cellia to have her tied up, to have her muzzled, and have her legs bound, and to have her kept separate from the village.
All right. You do not need to be that hostile.
I'm saving her.
Look, I get where you're coming from, but we also saved some of the people here when they were infected and acting crazy. So I need some understanding from these people because
There will be time enough for that soon, Hajite. But now people are mourning. They're healing. They won't think before they act. Shell needs time to rest. So do you. So do I.
Is she gonna be okay wherever you guys put her?
At least one of us can stay with her.
She won't be harmed. You have my word.
Can you keep somebody to give her water at least to stay hydrated?
I'll watch her myself.
Thank you, Gideon.
are you sure that's a good idea?
Do we have any other options?
Fine.
I'll just start walking away and towards Robbie and let him know everything that happened. So, Robbie, I think the situation is kind of under control now that Gideon knocked out Shell. She was going berserk for some reason. Nobody understands what's happening, and that was the only way to be able to keep her at bay.
Am I done helping people at this point, or am I still helping out folk?
You've done enough for now. I don't think that there's much more that you can do at the very present moment to help them anymore.
Okay. In that case, it's time for bed.
All right, you've got Jareki's house up in the tree that is available for you to rest in. Gideon is going to take a shell to the edge of the village. Luna is going to go with them. Do the rest of you want to go to Jareki's house and get some rest?
Yes.
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay. It's not hard to fall asleep after all of that. You might be pretty close to exhaustion at this point. So you pass out almost as soon as you lie down. You could get a full rest, get your spells back, get your hit points back. At the end of those 8 hours, you will be woken up by Jareki himself. He'll say, "We need to speak," and then he'll walk back outside.
We get our hit dices as well, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Yep. I guess so.
New freaking day.
You'll step out. Jareki will be there. Gideon will be with him. He'll have his wife and his son, and all of you there. And he'll say, "I found the nest you spoke of.
Mm-hmm.
The spread is unimaginable. I've talked it over with some of the other local tribal leaders, and we decided to excise that part of the jungle."
Makes
What
sense.
does that mean in this situation?
It means we'll be burning a few square miles of jungle.
I would be careful. The nest doesn't burn particularly easy.
A fire that large will melt rock.
Hopefully it works with this as well.
Do you need any assistance?
No, it'll have to be a controlled burn. We'll need several different points to ignite. I'll need to consult with some experts to make sure that we don't light the whole jungle aflame. It'll take time to plan and execute.
If you see some weird mushrooms around there as well, go ahead and kill those two. They tend to stick to people and try to take over them in some sort. It happened to me,
They stick
and
to you, dude.
it's
They
not
stick to him.
it's not fun.
No need to say any more. Everything living there will be lost.
Okay.
How long do you think this will take?
We don't want to make any mistakes. We want to take as long as we can. Maybe a few weeks. After that, we'll gather up people from the different villages throughout the blanket jungle and make for the coast.
I haven't noticed. Normally, all these beasts come and attack early in the morning, but they're not today. Does that mean that it might have stopped for now?
Cling to hope if you'd like. We'll try to be realistic. We'll need to have at least a couple days to make sure that the village isn't under threat.
No, that's fair enough.
Do you remember the deal that we made while coming here?
I do. And I can tell you that my life, and my son and my wife, and every other soldier in this village pledge ourselves to your cause. I'll speak your names to the leaders of the other villages, share your story, and bring them around also. You could tell the Empress that you've succeeded. She'll be able to gather whatever she can as well.
I thank you. It's a humble request that any soldiers not needed for the burning head out as soon as possible. With my magic, I have been able to communicate with the city, and I don't know if Corenia has the several weeks it takes to burn this thing. I'm sorry.
It takes time to gather soldiers. We'll need to get fleets of ships prepared, stocked with supplies and resources for the journey. We need to get people armed and outfitted. We're moving as quickly as we possibly can.
That's all I can ask. So long as you're making your best effort, that's all I care about.
Gideon will speak up and he'll say, "To that end, I will return to Tempe myself to inform the Empress and do what I can to help rally forces in other parts of Mochipa."
I thank you as well. I will look to the rest of our group. Well, guys, where do you think we should go? We can make our way back towards the coast, see if our old druid friend is still there, and see if maybe she'll take us to Talfall the way we had hoped. But I don't know if you guys had any other thoughts.
Robbie, I need you to check my bird.
I will.
I think she might be diseased.
I will head over. Is Shell awake or is she still unconscious?
She would be awake at this point. She's being kept calm by Luna presently. Um, but you guys are speaking just outside of Jareki's house, which is up in the trees. So you'll have to descend, get back down to the ground, and go to the edge of the village where she's being kept.
Okay. Well, I'll hang out here. Is there anything else you guys needed from us?
I'd recommend, for the speediest way to get back to your destination, to head south out of the village. It's the quickest way to the coastline. You could follow that back to the port town.
Gotcha.
Gideon will say, I think we'll be parting ways for a long time.
With luck, we will see you again.
I don't fear for myself, but from what I've heard from all of you, I think you find trouble where most wouldn't.
We are lucky like that.
Take care how you move. You've already been in the jungle for a while. I'd consider you honorary Mochipans.
It's a high honor.
It was nice meeting you. Until the day we meet again.
Jareki will say, we've got a lot to do, and we need to get started.
That's fair. We will head out.
Good luck, you guys.
Tell your daughter I said goodbye.
And if your family needs a place to stay, seek out the Church of Freyr in Karenia. If you tell a man by the name of Father Gregor that Ravi sent you, I'll make sure to take care of your kids.
Well, my youngest won't be going to war. She'll have a place here, but we'll keep it in mind.
It's just for refuge.
They'll set to work. They've got a lot to do. They've got soldiers to heal. They've got funerals to conduct. They got to burn the jungle. They've got to gather troops.
I will go and perform a medicine check on the bird.
Okay.
$21.
All right. 21 is pretty good. How much does Ravi know about bird anatomy?
Bird anatomy, probably not a whole lot, but because Hazote mentioned that she felt that Shell might be diseased, I'd probably be looking for spots of that, like large amounts of rashes, some sort of weird discoloration in her skin, like those kind of things, what I'd be mostly checking for based off of what Hazote said.
Okay. You don't find anything that gives you the impression that she's got like a parasite or bacteria or a viral infection. She does seem a little malnourished. The biggest problem she's having right now is that she is very hungry.
I'm pretty sure she's just hungry. Hang on. I will cast the spell, create food and water.
Will you make food that Shell wants? She is carnivorous.
Yeah, I mean, I can just create a bunch of, like, chicken, I suppose, or...
Chicken. Bird on bird crime.
Okay. She'll go to town eating all of that. 45 pounds of food?
Yeah.
That ought to do it.
Maybe she shouldn't eat that much.
It's enough to sustain up to 15 humanoids or 5 steeds. Shell's going to count as a steed, And based on the basic math there, a steed counts as 3 humanoids. She's going to be eating more than that. She'll
I mean, if
probably,
that satisfies her, then yeah.
but that'll leave enough left over to feed everybody else in the group also.
Yep.
All right, I'm hip.
Bland but nourishing.
Meat.
Les
I
Armistead spices it up a little bit.
I put some
Lot of
salt and
meat.
pepper and a little bit of spiciness into it.
It's just like sliced bologna with spice on it.
Ew. Fun. We should have like cans of spam.
Yeah.
Shell's mood will improve when she starts eating. She just eats a lot more than usual.
Have I like known her to be malnourished? Or is that
It's not anything that you've noticed before.
what?
Did you feed her?
We feed her. We feed her all the time.
And now we've got create food and water to super feed her if necessary.
I'm just wondering why she ended up like that so quickly. You would think there would be earlier signs than I'm ravenous and I'm gonna eat a corpse.
My guess is it has something to do with the fact that we were just in a nest and doing a bunch of fighting, and we were walking and avoiding danger. I think we kind of forgot.
Okay.
But we should also get going, I should think.
Alright, but I'm really creeped out.
Is there anything you need to do in Cellia before you leave?
Yes. Can I look and see if that potion seller is around so I can purchase other greater healing potions?
You should leave them some spices.
Yeah, his name is Oaken.
Yeah.
Did you buy? You bought a greater healing potion from him, right?
I bought 2 of them, yeah.
2 of them. Okay.
What I used one and Ravi has the other one.
Those are ones that he makes more regularly, so he does have more of those available.
All right.
He's also got that strength potion and that heroism potion. They're more expensive, and he only has 1 of each.
I'll just purchase one of the greater healing.
All right, that's 50 gold pieces.
Okay.
But you guys made a lot of money. That I think most of you left back in Korea.
Sure did.
All right, do we need anything else from here before we head out?
I don't think so.
Okay. So you'll get a basic direction from Jarecki to head in, the closest route to the coast. It goes somewhat similar to the direction that you were in to get to where that nest was. So on the trip over there, you don't cross by the nest itself, but you do go through some of that region where it's very web covered, and it gets very dim when the glowing fungus gets all covered up. But as you go throughout the day into the afternoon, you start to get light again.
Oh man.
Light.
I don't like the forest. I don't like it.
Let's move back to some more standard jungle. The canopy kind of starts to break up just a little bit. You get some sunlight pouring through. You could see off in the distance that there are gaps of light in between the trees. You're eventually going to break out of the tree line.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. When I decided all those months ago to spend a few nights inside of a dark church. I didn't expect that to be training for several months of my life.
Why not?
Is it less humid?
Still pretty humid, but the closer you get to the coast, the less it is. Almost feel a little bit of air movement, even.
You know, I hated the beach, but I could sure use the beach right now. I feel sweaty and disgusting.
I can
We
smell
all
the
smell,
ocean.
especially him.
I can smell the ocean from here. Feels like home.
We gotta get your horse.
From a frog.
Yeah.
I hope they didn't fuck it up.
You
Yeah, I
know,
hope so too. I hope Ghost is good.
So, how's everyone feeling, all things considered?
At least for me, I feel good because I know there's no weird mushroom following me close to the ocean. So I'm good with that.
like a wilting plant.
I want to sleep in that inn again. Last time didn't count. I was unintentionally unconscious. I want to redo.
How about you, Robbie? How are you feeling?
I mean, maybe a little bit hopeful for the first time in a while. Uh, I gotta admit, the warriors here are something else.
That
Like,
they are.
the way they took on those bugs, severely outnumbered, and just ran through them is impressive. And unfortunately, I have no idea what the situation is really like back at home. Uh, I do think when we set up camp for the night, anyone who wants to send messages to people, I would advise doing so. Uh, if there's anyone you're like, hey, I need to contact this person, I'd recommend doing it.
Yeah. Before we get back on the ocean. Back on the ocean. You know,
What thing? What crazy
all of this
crazy time.
environment sucks.
The ocean doesn't suck. The ocean is amazing.
Yeah, says you. We got attacked a bunch of times, you know.
I know, but it can always be worse. I mean, it was worse in the jungle than in the ocean.
And I will say, outside of the giant monster living underneath that village was super nice.
Yes, it was. But that monster. Should we go back and kill it? Nah,
I,
I
I
don't know.
pretty sure we did kill it.
He's talking about the big snake, Arvistan. He forgot.
No, I thought. Oh no, yeah, that's right. Shell
My
and
big snake
and
friend is still there.
Shell and Luna came in afterwards and finished it off. That's right. I thought it was still alive for some
Oh
reason.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Like,
remember.
legit, no joke, if I can't get this finances thing figured out in Karenia, I'm moving here. And I think with Gideon saying that I'm an honorary citizen of Mochipa, I think I can make it work.
Hey,
Ew, ew, you want to be in this?
It's a good backup plan.
it is a really good backup plan.
It's smelly.
Well, you're not to sound like an asshole, but still, it's going to sound like an asshole no matter how I say it. It's better than going to back to your home where there's no one living there.
I want to trip him.
Those are two very different bad situations, Arvistan.
I want to trip him.
Uh,
And if I do succeed, I would like to shove his face in the dirt.
okay. Make a strength athletics check. I understand you can counter with strength athletics or dexterity acrobatics.
Oh, dexterity acrobatics.
Ooh, 19. Oh, 18. I lied.
Oh my god. So how do we do this? Because we both got 18s.
That's a save for you. So I understand would not fall over. Be very close. He'd stumble.
Like, what was that for?
All right, I'm gonna get mad about that and flick him in the face.
Ow. I just let it happen. I just let it happen. I was just trying to get myself up from tripping.
You realize we're going to save her people, right? Like, that's why we're going to the cold Arctic area of Tafel?
I mean, yes, but we didn't find any sign of life in there. Like, what? I've been thinking about it all this time. What if they were already being in a cocoon, like,
Shh,
in that
just,
place?
Arvistan, just shut up. I think for your own sake, shut up. Um, this is what I'm going to say. We have found magics that have brought you back to life, that have regrown your arms, that have turned entire places into either wastelands or magical forests. There has to be something that can help on this goddamn planet. Um, to which end, I wanted to bring up a point with you guys. None of us know our way uh, around on Taufel. I think I might know someone who does.
Ooh.
I don't like it.
Oh, is it that man that has weird feelings for you?
Yes. Sequus is the only person who I can think of would know that area. I
The
mean,
fact that you knew who I was talking about, it's uncomfortable.
I mean, let's be honest, guys. He can't be. I mean, yeah, kind of sketchy, but he can't be that bad of a person. I mean, he was able to help you guys bring me back to life. You know.
Arvistan, I want to beat you up.
Yeah, it was totally a fun, super easy process that involved no cost whatsoever to do that. You're right. That was totally selfless of him.
Also, like, it's to an end. He wants that man. That one. He's gonna steal him.
he wants something from me. I don't disagree.
He
But
wants you.
do you guys have any other options? Like, we think that there's some sort of mystical, magical power on Tafel. None of us know anything about that other than that. That's our entire group of information outside of the fact that I know that Freyr is probably there somewhere. For all we know, it could be the same thing. Like, Freyr could control whatever this weird magical power is, and could be the thing that we're looking for. I don't know, and you don't either.
But what if he's a bad guy, Robbie?
Then we do the same thing we do with all other bad guys. We smite them.
Oh, we cannot smite him.
What if he's Freyr, just disguised?
I don't think he is, because when I managed to communicate with Freyr, Freyr was a bit more apathetic than what Sequus has always seemed to be.
What if Sequus is the Lightning's brother? That'd be crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I
I
sure
mean,
hope not.
I wouldn't think it is because the brothers should be like in danger, and Sequus is not. He's just.
Okay, but have we not. Don't you guys remember how the two times we saw him there were weird undead all around?
Yeah.
I don't know because I was passed out. I was
Maybe
dead.
Were
we should ask Ray.
definitely awake. It was definitely like 2 full times.
I mean, I
I'm,
remember the first time when we were journeying out for the first time. I
Mhm.
mean, there was nothing around.
He was just coming into Coredia as we
Yeah.
arrived, and then there were suddenly weird undead, and then we run into him again in a forest with a bunch of skeletons running around. Just
Well,
throwing it out there because we didn't close that book.
well, Ray is a necromancer. He might know about Sequus.
I'm actually okay with seeing if Ray does. I don't know if we can talk to him here.
Trying to get a hold of that guy.
We can ask him more about Alira too.
Or maybe we don't need to do that one.
But didn't Ray wanted like a body or something that he asked for the last time?
Yeah. About.
He
So if like how much do you think he's gonna help us if we don't help him out with something like that?
Well, I don't have a body unless you want to volunteer yours.
No, thank you.
and I'm gonna go out on a limb and saying we should just not be giving some random spirit a new body just because they want it.
Yeah,
I agree with that, but
I would
I mean,
agree.
we're gonna have to give him something for his help. That's where I'm trying to get to.
Well, what can we give him as a reward that isn't a body?
I have
What
no
if
idea.
it's like you can't just buy them a gift?
Hey, Hachite, we forgot about Song of Rest. Just throw that-
Shit. No, we only need it for short rests.
Okay,
Thank you though.
it was delayed either way.
Um, I don't know. Clearly he's taken some kind of likening to you. Just continue to string him along.
String him along. You want me to flirt with a ghost?
I think you've been flirting with a ghost. I'm just asking you to continue to do it.
Yeah, he has a point.
I've been flirting with Ray.
I mean, he's been flirting with you. I don't know if you've been intentionally reciprocating it, but
Oh shit. Guess I like to flirt with danger.
judging in your taste in beings, yes, I would kind of agree with that.
Beings. Thanks, Robbie.
Well, I mean, one of them's incorporeal, so I don't know what else to call them.
That is true.
You know what? You haven't been using your weird eye thing.
Well, last time I used it was back, shortly after we discovered that first set of bugs, and the bugs were still human, and that led you to getting Mind Spike, and we think the spell fucked up, so no, I have not been using it since that moment.
Yeah, we gotta be careful if you talk to anyone, because, yeah, you almost got fed a maggot last time.
I mean,
A corporeal
I think that
maggot
would have
at
done
that.
anything.
I don't know.
I mean, if Ray can possess a body, what do you think a maggot would have done to you?
I don't even know if Ray can be summoned here.
I mean,
You're right.
that is a good point.
I've summoned a lizard and a fish. That's what I've been summoning lately. So,
Well, I do have a spell for the night, and I see if I can ask Freyor some more questions. I'm sure he'll be super helpful.
he sounded like he was so helpful before.
Very, very helpful.
Before the sun goes down, though, you'll break the tree line and reach the coast. There's sandy beaches here and crystal clear water. You'll see the remnants of a small village here on the edge. It looks abandoned, like everybody left.
Oh no.
Some of the like little huts are damaged, like by windstorms or like just kind of like falling branches from trees. There are several fishing boats moored up on the sand and nets strung out to dry. Looks like maybe a dozen people lived here.
I ignore the village and just run into the water. Rah!
Luna runs into the water too. She does a little doggy paddle around.
How much time does it look like we have daylight left?
It's sort of like early twilight. The sun will be going down soon. You got maybe an hour.
You guys want to make camp here for tonight?
I think I also want to get in the water.
And I scream at everybody, "Come on, join in! It's so nice!"
Yeah, you can see through it as long as the light is out. You can see the bottom for quite a ways out. Probably at least a couple 100 feet. It's just pure, clean water.
Well, that sounds wonderful.
Kriv, Ravi, going taking a dip or
Swimming.
hanging out among the huts?
Kind of want to go poke around.
If they're poking around, I'll poke around with them for a little bit, and then I'll probably wash myself off in the ocean. But I would never take off my armor fully to do that. But I'll get by it and wash my face and hands after I poke around with Kriv.
Okay, let's have Kriv investigate. You can get aid from Ravi.
I did not roll two good numbers. 2. Nope. 4.
4?
Yep.
All right, you don't go into any of the huts. You think I could probably see everything I need to see just from outside. So you kind of just walk to what you think is about the center point of what this village would be and turn around 360 degrees to get a feel for it. As a result of your investigation, you have determined that this was a fishing village.
Makes sense. I'm gonna go lay down in the sand.
All right, and then Ravi will wash his hands in the water. While Arvstan and Hajite swim around. Shell will do a little bit of a swim too, look like a duck.
Good.
In the ocean water. She's kicking her big feet underneath. Sometimes dunks her head down and then shakes her head, and water splash all around everywhere. Are we going to sleep out on the sand, or are we going to be sleeping inside of these huts? They're still, for the most part, intact. Some of them have some damage to the roof, but you could just stay out of those if you wanted.
I would choose to sleep in a hut.
Yeah, I'll take a hut. I'll take a separate hut.
Okay. Arvstan, Kriv, are you out under the stars, or are we trying to get into a shelter?
I'll get one of the shelter ones with Luna.
I was gonna stay under the stars now. We can see the sky again.
Yeah.
I missed it.
Okay. Arvstan, Hajite, Ravi. Each one of you roll a D100.
D100?
Yeah.
Switching it up.
$60.
68.
Oh.
Oh wait, do I need to add something?
You roll the 100 die and you roll a 10 die.
Oh, and a 10 die. Okay.
71.
71 is the highest one.
I hope this isn't how much damage we're taking.
I was gonna say, I mean, like, what
60
direction do we want to go?
69.
Wow.
Giggity.
Don't laugh.
Don't do that. Don't do that. You're better than that. Okay. Hajite, there's a book in the hut that you're in.
Oh, a book. I will investigate the book.
Okay. I'm going to try to send it to you on Discord.
Oh my god, a real ass book.
Too long.
Oh boy.
Can I even read it? Is it in common?
I'm going to see if I can get this to work properly. I think it'll be more fun if I send it to you rather than just read it to you.
It's all written in Abyssal.
Is it warm like the last one?
It is faded. The pages are kind of yellowed and crispy on the edges, like they got a little bit waterlogged. It's bound in old leather.
Ooh, snazzy.
It's got like a little clasp that goes around the edge of it. It's not a published book or like a manuscript with like illuminations or anything super special about it. This is too long. I'm going to put it in our regular chat here. Does that work? Too long. I'm going to read it to you.
Ah, okay. You want me to send you my email?
Maybe.
That might be easier.
I'll read it to you and it will be fine. And I can put
Okay.
a little bit of stink on it. I'll send it to everyone later so that you can have a copy of it. It's a journal. There are several entries written in it. So I'll start with the first one you find, which is dated 9/22. It says, "Small haul today. Hooks says it's even smaller than normal for this time of year, but she isn't concerned. Her face says something different, but I believe her anyway. I'm just glad to be outside working with my hands. My arms are tired. I think I'll sleep well." The next entry is from 9/25. "Bowie was excited to show me a cantrip today. He made the tip of a spear smell like lemons with a mild prestidigitation. We're going to focus on mending next. Get him something practical to do. I don't know if he'll be a great mage or anything, but I can at least get him something to do." Next entry is from 10/2. "High winds today. No boats going out. Hooks made shadow puppets on the walls. She's such a dork." Next entry is 10/3. "We found a dead animal floating out in the bay today. It was rotted or bloated, but it looked like it was a giant crab, maybe something out of the deep sea. Hooks said we should pull it in and bury it so it doesn't stink up the whole village. It already smells disgusting." The next entry is 10/4. "Hooks let me check out the dead animal. I said there might be something valuable in it, might bring in some money. Really, I was just curious. I've never seen anything like it. It almost doesn't make sense it came from the ocean." 10/5. I had to move the body away from the village. The stench was unbelievable. I got the carapace open and found out it was pregnant. I guess it was actually a she. It was just a bunch of larvae. It looks like they all died too. I thought crustaceans hatch from eggs. And 10-7. I didn't go out on the boats today. I checked on our mystery animal, and some of the babies survived. They're moving slowly. I think they needed to dry out. They must have eaten some of the others. There were fewer in there. Nature's pretty grisly sometimes. They don't smell so bad anymore. I might stay on shore tomorrow, too. My back hurts. 10-8. I've got a bad ache on my forearms, like some kind of rash. My back is killing me, too. Some of the other villagers are not feeling well either. Only half of the boats went out today. I thought I heard Hooks yelling at me, but she was out fishing. Who was that? 10-10. Maggots important. I know now. I'll tell everyone in the village. Show them. That's what they said. 10-13. They listen to us. Buoy smash little one, so burn him. The last one's just marked 10. And it says in a scratchy script, for the body is one and hath many members, and all the members, being many, are one. So that's a little journal that you find in the hut.
Fun nighttime reading for Hajite.
Seemed like you guys
Damn.
might have wanted to do something before bed.
Yeah, there's a couple of people I want to have sendings to.
All right. Who are we trying to get in touch with?
First one is Father Gregor.
Okay. What are we going to tell him?
Father, we managed to accomplish the mission here. Help is on the way. On our way to Talfall next. Any advice?
He'll respond, I've never been there myself. Dress warm. And if things get too dangerous, don't be afraid to turn around. It's not worth dying for.
And with that, I will send my second one to Sequus. On our way to Talfall, from Mochipa. Hearing there's some kind of great magical power there. Need to save Tarsaria. Any ideas?
He'll say, I'm glad to hear it, Ravi. I will meet you there. And nothing else.
At that point, I'm probably just muttering under my breath, well, god damn it. That's not super helpful.
Any more messages to be sent out to anyone?
I'm going to get in contact with Illyra.
What are we going to say to her? I should practice all these voices for now.
Surprise!
Whoops! That's okay.
Um.
Sequence needed work. That's.
Let's see. My dearest Illyra, we've survived our adventure to Mochiba. We are now heading to Talfel to meet Sequis. I want her to know. Um, uh, do you know anything to help? Woo.
She'll say, keep your wits about you. He's been there before and returned. Not many can say that. You may need him, but don't trust him.
Done.
Well, you two. I've got 2 more. Do you want anyone?
I mean, letting Ziela know might not be a bad idea.
Did Did you see that other Dragonborn when we were at the Weird Mountain? Were you able to message them?
Your relative?
They seem to know me, yeah. Seem so.
I can try to speak with him. Is he the one that you wanted to speak with? Or the other person?
I'm not sure which other person you're talking about. From what I can tell, my missing family is being held in whatever that was that we were at. I didn't know if we'd be able to check in at all. I have no idea what's going on there, and I have no idea how long it'll be till we can even try to address that.
I can try. What
Just know if they're
do you like to say?
I guess just ask if they're all right doesn't sound quite right, but ask after that, I guess, and let them know that I'm trying. I I don't know. What do you say in that situation?
Is there anything you want to tell them about yourself? It seemed like they didn't really know what was up with you either.
I mean, could mention it, I guess. I don't know. You only get so many words.
25. But it's your relative. By all means, write me a script.
All right, do your other one.
Did we want to speak with Ziela? We could talk to one of my skulls.
I'm all for that. They're. I could also try to actually reach out to Freyr. I can try that as well.
We could also speak to the skull that tried to murder you.
Did you get the skull of that lizard mouse thingy or no?
I didn't have time.
That might actually be for the best.
I'm mad
I
about
agree.
it, but the last skull I collected that was possessed didn't go so well. So
And then that one would have been even worse. So
And it would have been hard to cook, you know? I feel like the skull was on the outside, but I feel like all the meat was on the inside, if you know what I mean.
All right.
All right.
Is that all the messages that we're sending, or we have?
Ravi, would you like to talk to Freyr?
I'm going to cast my first 5th level spell, Commune.
Let me take a peek.
Oh,
Last time we
shoot.
talked to Freyr, he kind of just gave us a wisp of a message. But
It's
Commune
true.
might let us make a little bit more of a connection.
And on my side, they have to just be yes or no questions, and I get 3 of them.
And you get a correct answer for each one. Okay. Unclear if he does not know the answer.
The first question is there a power on Taufel that can save Tarsaria?
Yes.
Wow.
Is it possible for a non-deity to learn the power?
Unclear.
Would you be willing to show us a sign to help find it for the good of the world?
How do you answer that? Ooh. I'm going to say yes, no, or unclear. I don't think any of those is correct. Would he be willing to? Right now, yeah, no.
Well, guys, do you want the good news or the bad news?
Both.
The good news is Freyr says that there is a power on Taufel that can help save Tarsaria. The bad news is he's not willing to help us find it.
Damn, this deity of yours sure is an asshole.
I mean, he just told us that we're going the right direction.
This deity's an asshole.
Yeah, but I mean, shouldn't deities help you out? Like
but
more than just say a yes or a no?
I don't think there's any reason to believe that.
I mean, I guess it depends upon how you define help, right? My deity infused me with power to keep you alive for several minutes while bugs were wailing on you, and has probably saved your life 100 times since we've met.
also, I can't believe we still have to say this. Please stop directly insulting deities.
Oh, that too.
I don't know how you haven't learned this yet, Armstead.
Sometimes I just don't think.
That's
It just
apparent.
comes out. It just comes out. I'm sorry. And then I look at this guy. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Please don't hit me with lightning if you are one of those.
For clarification's sake, I don't think he's listening to you right now, but if we do have to directly find him, do not say that, or he might kill you for real again.
For real, for real.
I'll just not even talk.
That's not.
4, and you got in a fight in like 2 minutes.
Okay. Thank you for your script, Griv.
Yep, you're welcome. I wrote it in the sand for you.
You have a notebook.
I want to make a little fire for us to sit around like we're in like a teen movie.
Oh, we need sparklers.
Do you get like little stumps to go around the fire for everybody to sit on too?
Of course, we have to bond.
We do.
And drugs that you're not supposed to have.
Speaking of things we're supposed to have, do you still have that staff, Arvistan, so I can see if it's magic?
Yes, right here.
Ooh,
Here
good
you go.
plan.
I will detect magic on the staff.
Okay. The staff is a spellcasting focus. So it does have a small piece of magite in it to help channel spells. Inherently, it doesn't have any like special properties to it, but you can use it to cast spells.
It's like my pendant. It helps people cast spells. It's not a wand like what Kriv has, which
Who
means it probably
wants
does
it?
have magite in it as well.
Who wants it? I have no use for it.
I don't need a staff.
It's essentially just a quarter staff.
Crib.
I will hold it out towards Kriv.
Would you like another stick?
Does it just look just dual wield quarters?
Magic
Beefing
stick?
up Kriv with power.
I mean, is it functionally any different?
It wouldn't be. You could use it to cast spells if you wanted. It would act the same as a quarterstaff would. It's kind of like ornately decorated.
Ooh, it's prettier.
It's got like a weave pattern carved into it, close to the top of it. It's made out of like a dark wood, almost black.
Oh, that sounds cool. I'll keep it.
Thanks.
If you guys are ever thrown in jail again and don't have weapons or spellcasting focuses, you got a tool.
I would like to message Crib's family.
Who?
I didn't take good notes from that session to know what you saw and what I saw.
Oh, what was it?
I know I witnessed them.
Someone you are familiar with?
I definitely talked to not the guy. But I saw him. I saw all of them.
Hey, I didn't know if it worked. That's why I did ask you if you could. I didn't know how much you saw or anything.
I don't think seeing someone is really enough of a connection to be able to use a sending spell.
What if it's the person I spoke to?
It all depends on how you define familiar. I would think you'd have to know a little bit more about them. If you can't tell me their name, that's kind of a flag for me.
I definitely don't remember that person's
What
name.
was his name?
I know,
I had
but I don't know that it's helpful because
Say his name.
Seator.
Seator. There you go.
Seator Avarax. Mm-hmm. Looked like I was more interested in the eagle.
Yeah, my notes look manic from that session.
I have parrot asshole Neens, and then I drew an eagle. And that's what I have from that.
We want to message Neens?
Message
Again.
Thing to say to Neens. What if I was reminded of Seator's name?
Someone else would have to know it. I didn't. I legit did like nothing.
He shouted it from the top of the mountain.
What?
The Dragonstorm said it. He was a champion.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't write his name apparently.
Well, I told you. You need me to
I
tell you?
wrote down fucking raptors, we gonna die.
That's fair.
We could try.
The worst we could do is try unless someone wants to speak to someone else in particular. We got time on the boat to speak to people too.
There will be a lot of boating. We still have a long way to go on the coast too.
That's true. Well, let's try it anyway, just for funsies. Sitor Avarax.
What will we say to him?
Let's see. Kriv is trying to help you. We wrote in third person, I see. Lost memories a while ago.
You're the one talking.
Are you well enough where you are? Any advice or info that could help?
Why would I write it? I am trying. You're the one saying it.
I am trying.
Okay. The
I don't like
the spell is difficult to get through, not necessarily because you are relatively unfamiliar with the person that you're sending it to. It doesn't help. But the main problem is that the person that you're sending it to is on a different plane of existence right now.
Ooh, that's hard.
He'll say, "You've trapped my people in servitude until we can fulfill the wishes of our fickle god. I have nothing more to say to you."
And I will repeat that as if I am possessed. Sounds like he blames you for everything, just like everyone else.
Normally everybody blames me, not them.
I can't ask Belay. I don't know anything about Belay. Belay's over here yelling in the audience.
Belay is out causing trouble that you guys don't even know about.
Belay.
See, I want to talk to Belay, but the problem is I want to ask her about stuff that I don't want you to know. Sasha.
Wow, rude. Rude. Hey, now that we've leveled up, am I able to get level 4 necromancy spells?
What does this thing that I have in the book right in front of me say? Spell you choose must be of a level equal to the number of creatures that conducted the ritual or less. A level that you can cast. Divination or necromancy. Yeah.
Kriv died.
I think you could.
Oh, shit.
Kriv doesn't want that, though. Took off.
You know what?
That's just me.
You know what, Kriv? You always leave me.
Kriv is a sad old man. Okay. What did I miss? You weren't talking about me when I left.
Yeah.
Number of willing creatures equal to your proficiency bonus, including yourself. So yeah, up to 4th level.
Yay! I know what I want.
Are we going to perform a ritual right now? Robbie's
Only
in.
if everyone is willing. Because I need everyone.
You need everyone?
Now let's go for it.
I need everyone.
You're lucky. I was about to say I passed out with Luna in the sand while everybody's just doing the ritual.
We need all hands on deck and I forgot what I was going to say just then. Oh, I need to know what skull you're using.
I want to use handy dandy hobgoblin skull.
Okay.
Wow. And I want Shadow of Moil if you need that information.
Shadow of what?
Moil.
Boil?
Is it Moil? I don't know how to pronounce it. Yeah, Moil, like oil with an M.
I have every reason to believe that that's what it is. It just seems like a weird name to me, but I guess all names are weird,
Uh,
right?
something Xanathar's Guide to Everything.
I'm going to find it just to make sure. I want to know what sort of person we're going to be summoning from the afterlife to help you with this spell. Okay. We could try it.
Wahoo.
I need everybody's hands around. Where are we putting the skull? Because Crib had us all sitting around a fire.
We can't. We can't put it in the fire.
It looked cool.
It would look cool. Hobgoblin skull is already burned. But no. We're gonna put it on one of the fun stumps.
Somebody's going to have to stand up then.
Alright. I'll stand up. I gotta look important.
Okay. You will all hold hands. We are conducting a ritual to learn the spell Shadow of Moil. The skull itself will rattle around in place and start to lift up. And it will settle on a sort of large person, kind of like muscular, like a built man. And he's wearing a poncho, stretching down over himself. And he'll say, what are we doing here?
I was wondering if you could do me a favor.
Yeah.
You work with necromancy, right?
Used to. Been a long time.
I was wondering if you could grant me the use of a spell.
What are we talking about? Raising dead or something?
No, I was more interested in Shadow of Moil.
Any particular reason why?
I've been in a lot of danger as of late. I feel like it would be rather helpful to me.
I could do it.
What is your name?
Name's Tom.
Home.
Yeah.
Do you normally live? Did you live in this area?
Where are we at?
Mochipa.
Pretty big place. Yeah, any more specific than that?
We are on the coast. I don't exactly know where we are.
I've been there before.
what did you do while you were alive? Why hadn't you done necromancy in a while? Did you give it up?
Yeah.
What for?
Didn't need it no more.
Did you need it for something in particular?
I'm trying it out and did stuff for a little bit and didn't like what it did, so stopped.
Like what? Something scary?
You're doing it now, aren't you?
What do you mean?
Well, that's why I'm here, right? Dabbling around in dead things.
I mean, I like talking to ghosts, but
You don't know what you're doing.
life.
I'll give you a bit of advice. I'm gonna learn you the easy way. Knock it off.
Why?
If you keep going, you learn the hard way like I did.
Why?
That's the way it always goes.
I'm not sure there's a lesson to be had if I don't quite understand the lesson. Do you blindly listen to people who tell you what to do?
Wish I had.
People told you to knock it off?
Yep.
With no reasoning?
I'll give you a reason if you want one.
I'm all ears.
He will open his mouth and expose two massive fangs and lunge forward and sink them into your neck.
Why?
He disappears. You don't actually get bit, but the skull does come towards you, and when he disappears, it kind of falls to the ground. You know Shadow of Boyle for a little bit.
I don't want to be in Mochifa anymore. This is freaking me out.
I mean, he made a pretty good point.
Yeah, he did.
Let
I'm
me
not
give
gonna
you
lie
a
to
good
you.
reason.
That gave me a
I'll
good
bite you
scare
in the
jump.
face.
I think it's more that he kept messing around with the undead and got turned into the undead. Was the
Yeah.
lesson?
Yeah, I think that's what it meant.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not into that, but you don't see me running around bringing people back to life. Not like your buddy, Robbie.
Sometimes life is a gift, and we are fortunate that Sequest decided to bring Arvistan back to life.
Did I summon a
I
vampire?
agree.
Was that a vampire?
He's dead now. I was a ghost.
Yeah, I think he was a vampire.
What's a vampire?
It's something I had thought of a myth until like 2 minutes ago.
Interesting. You're gonna have to tell me a little bit more about this vampire thing, but I'm sleepy, so good night. And I crawl and like smoosh around with Luna, just both of us together like our little roll.
Okay. In the sand?
Yeah, I didn't make it to any of the.
You know, I'm very grateful that he was brought back to life, but I'm hearing more and more of these negative things about bringing people back to life. getting concerning. That's the second time a ghost has tried to attack me in the face. I'm not into it.
I don't necessarily know if he would have if you just said okay. I think he did that more as a warning. Like you were looking for a sign to be warned, and he gave it to you.
Yeah, well, the last time I talked to somebody, they tried to put a maggot in my neck.
That ghost was different, for sure.
Should I stop talking to them?
No answer. Wow.
They don't know. Neither do I.
Yeah, I don't have a good answer for you, Azute. It's hard for me to say no when it feels like we need every bit of help we can get all the time. But I wouldn't be telling the truth if I said it didn't worry me a little bit that we're playing with a double-edged sword here.
It's getting a little spooky. I don't think they can hurt me, but frankly, I don't know for sure. Also, that's the highest level spell I've asked for. So I'm wondering if the stronger they are, it's gonna end up posing an issue.
Maybe just be very mindful. You're gonna poke at
Okay. Did you guys have anything else?
No, I mean I contacted all the people I wanted to contact tonight.
I think that was a good amount of being traumatized for the night.
Hey, we got some good news tonight. And the fact that I'm sleeping and I can see the stars as opposed to just a weird inky blackness in front of my eyes, I'll take it.
It's very relaxing.
Feel the wind coming up off of the sea too.
It's very Oh, I didn't tell you guys. Quick. There's a journal that talks about how this town got overrun by maggots.
And you forgot to tell us?
Well, I just read it like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, goodness. I mean, I'd like to say that I'm surprised, but...
They ended up turning against each other and lighting each other on fire, and the guy that was writing in the journal was very clearly trying to promote the maggot agenda. So there we go.
Is it worth doing a check through before we fall asleep, or just seems to have come and gone?
I mean, you guys are free to read it. It's not my private journal.
I meant check the area in which we will be sleeping for maggots that could just be chilling somewhere.
Oh, I 100% will be doing that.
I can say that, says a heads up, mentioned that all of the maggots were dead. But after a while, after they like dried off from the ocean, they woke up again, like for sure.
That's not ideal.
Yeah. He definitely made it sound like he thought all of them were dead, like he was positive.
Okay, question. Is it possible that there was just a live maggot, like, underneath this pile and slowly ate the ones at the top before climbing up?
I don't know. It's possible. We haven't known them to eat each other.
I'm gonna cast Locate Creature and just... We need
I'm
to sleep. We
uncomfortable.
can't stay up all night talking about all this. I want to sleep in the sand where it's cold.
It's still pretty warm.
We've been... But at nighttime, it cools down so fast.
It is rainy season, so it'll be cooler than the jungle is, at least in the summer. So yeah, within 1,000 feet of you, you don't detect any maggots.
Good news, guys.
Huh.
They're not here.
Not those.
Cool.
Good night, goodbye.
Okay,
I was
bye.
wondering if he's a honk shoe or if he's a big snort me sleeper.
Make it double.
All right, Pegasus.
I'm going to go into the nearest hut that has a bed and sleep on a goddamn bed.
Okay.
I don't even care if it's a good bed. It's just a bed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back in the one that had the book, even though there was a weirdo that was possessed in it for sure.
Okay. Everybody's going to sleep then?
Yes.
Perfect. We'll call it there for this week. Yeah. So we're on the way back out. We've left the darkness.
Woohoo!
Back to the
Thank
light.
God.
Finally.
I don't think we
Uh,
go back to the blanket jungle.
got out of the dang dungeon too, so that's nice. Are you all free next week, the 10th?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. Yep.
Okay, we'll be back then to continue our journey along the coast. Try to get out of this continent. Goodbye to everyone.
Bye bye.